Guys, welcome back to my channel, the MathPad, and today we're going to do the perimeter and area of 2D shapes. So if you look at the first question, it says that the area of a triangle is 528 centimeters square. The length of its base is 33 centimeters. Calculate the perpendicular height of the triangle. So first, let's sketch a triangle. And when they talk about the perpendicular height, they're basically referring to this height, the height from the base to the top of the triangle. That is your height. And the length of the base is given as 33 centimeters, and that's given us the area. So now, in order for us to solve this, we need to know the formula for the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 times base times height. So 528 equals to 1/2 times 33 times height. So what we can do is we can cross multiply and get rid of the fraction. So that means 528 gets multiplied with 22. And then what we do is we divide the result by 33. So which means 156 will be divided by 33. Find the value of the height, which is 32 centimeters. In question 2, they're asking us to calculate the area of the trapezium. Now for the area of a trapezium, the formula is slightly different because obviously the shape is different. Formula is half into base times sum of parallel sides. Half into height, sorry, half into the height. Actually, be accurate, it's perpendicular height. Yeah, half into perpendicular height times sum of parallel sides. So now we identify our parallel sides. Parallel sides are always given as those sides which never meet. So they don't coincide at any point, they just run parallel to each other. So these are our parallel sides. This is your height. Since it talks about the perpendicular height, so obviously the line which is making a right angle with the base, that will be your perpendicular height. So it's going to be 1/2 times 4 times 16 plus 13. 2 times 29, which is going to be 58 centimeters square. Question 3 is saying that the shaded shape is made by joining a square and a rhombus. Work out the perimeter of the shaded shape. So as we know that in a square, all sides are equal. Whereas in a rhombus, the properties of a rhombus are that it has all equal sides, which means if this is 5, this is also going to be 5. Hence, our perimeter will be 5 plus 5 plus 5, then plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. The reason why we're adding 6 5s is because perimeter always refers to the boundary of the shape. So if you look at the boundary of this shaded shape, it includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lengths in total. And all of these lengths equal to 5. Which means our perimeter is going to be 30 centimeters. centimeters. Then if you look at part B, it's saying calculate the area of the shaded shape. So for the area, what we will do is we add the area of the square and the area of the rhombus. So for the area, what we'll do is we will do 5 times 5 plus for the area of the rhombus, we'll do height times the base. So that's going to be 5 times 4.5. So that's going to be 25 plus 22.5 is going to be 47.5 centimeters square. That is your area of that is your area for the shaded shape. Yeah, we're trying to find the area. We already found the perimeter. Then we have a trapezium again. It's asking us to calculate the area. We're going to use the same formula where we do 1 over 2 times perpendicular height times the sum of parallel sides. Now in this case, we haven't been given the perpendicular height, which means we calculate it. So if we draw a line over here, we can see that we have a right angle triangle. If this entire length AB is 8 and AB is 12 and DC is 8, which means this would be 4. So using Pythagoras, I'm going to calculate the perpendicular height. So this is 4 square plus square. 64 equals 16 plus square. 64 minus 16. I'm going to take the square root on both sides over here. And the final answer is going to be 6.9 centimeters. So 6.9 centimeters is your perpendicular height. So we do 1 over 2 times 6.9 times sum of parallel sides. And the parallel sides are 8 and 12. So just plug this in the calculator. It's going to give us 6.9 over 2 times 20. So that is 69 centimeters square. Question 5 is saying we have a parallelogram that given us the area and they want us to calculate the value of x. So to calculate the value of x, first we need to be familiar with what the formula for the area of a parallelogram is. For the area of a parallelogram, what we need is the base and once again the perpendicular height. So when I say that 5 is the perpendicular height, which is given over here, now we need to use the base corresponding to that perpendicular height, which is x. So if this is your height, this will be your base. For us to be able to use 6 as the base, it needs to have a perpendicular height towards that base, not towards the other base. So you have to keep in mind this thing because this can get quite confusing because you have both the bases, one is an unknown and one is a known value. However, you can confuse 6 as the base and you could just do 6 times 5 in the formula, but then again if you do 6 times 5 there will be no unknown. So we have to keep these things in mind, that what is the base for the perpendicular height. So what we do is first write the formula. Area equals to perpendicular height times the base. So area is 51.5 centimeters square, perpendicular height is 5 and base is x. So we do 51.5 divided by 5 and that equals to 10.3 centimeters. That is your value of x. Then if you look at question 6 is saying that ABCD the square, find the value of x. And square ABCD and isosceles triangle have the same perimeter. Work out the value of f. So for ABCD being the square, we know the formula for the area is going to be length times height. But in this case, one of the length is given as x minus 4 and the other is given as 7. But since we know that a square has all equal sides, this means that we put 7 equal to x minus 4, move the 4 to the other side, and instead of being subtracted, it gets added to 7, and that gives us 11 centimeters as the value of x. For part B, they're saying that both the shapes have the same perimeter. We have to work out the length of f. So what we do is, first, these are all 7. All 4 lengths of the square are given as 7 since we just calculated the value of x as well. And since both the shapes have the same perimeter, if we find the perimeter of the square first, that would be 4 times 7, which is 28 centimeters. So for the perimeter of the triangle, isosceles triangle, we do x minus 1 plus x minus 1 plus f. The reason why I wrote x minus 1 twice is because EF and EG are equal to each other. Hence, I'm writing x minus 1 twice. So for the triangle, so 28 equals to 2x minus 2 plus fg. 28 plus 2 equals to 2x plus fg. 30 equals to 2x plus fg. And 30 minus 2x is your length for f. So what we have is an equation for fg. Since we already calculated the value of x, which is 11, so we do 30 minus 2 times 11. 30 minus 22, which is 8 centimeters. 8 centimeters is your value for f. If you have any questions or confusions about any of these questions, just let me know in the comments below and I'll help you out.